Do you ever say things like, I don't know, where should I go? Or, it takes time, 1 hour. Or maybe you hear that, and think, that can't be right. Today, I'll show you the most common, high-frequency English mistakes learners make, grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. And I'll show you exactly how to fix them. Sometime versus sometimes. Why learners make this mistake? It's the same spelling pattern, but it has different grammar rules, and we have lots of L1 or native language interference, i.e. they hear it wrong from other people learning English. So the rule, sometimes one word with an S is an adverb, how often you do something. Sometime, 2 words is a noun phrase and is a period of time. I will call you sometimes tomorrow. I need some time to think. Sometimes. Correct examples. I will call you sometime tomorrow. 2 words. Let me take some time to think. If you can replace it with occasionally, sometimes. If you can replace it with a period of time, sometime. In, on, at, prepositions for time. Why it's confusing? Direct translation. In other languages, they say it differently. And it's too many rules at once. Remember, in, long periods of time, on, days and dates, at, exact times. Incorrect. Born at 1990. Correct. Born in 1990. Incorrect. See you in Monday. Correct. See you on Monday. Incorrect. Meeting on 3 p.m. Correct. Meeting at 3 p.m. I understand why this confuses many people. Had confusion. Why learners avoid it? It looks wrong. It sounds repetitive. But in reality, had is past perfect and main verb. So, past perfect, subject had plus verb 3. The main verb, have, becomes have, had. So, had. I ate after I ate breakfast. No, I had breakfast before I left. She had enough before she quit. So the rule, earlier past action. That's past perfect. Had is a form of past perfect. The verb to have becomes had. Had, past perfect. Had, verb 3, verb to have. Simples. Maybe not. Keep practicing. Double that in reported speech. Why learners panic? 2 that words look wrong. It's just like had. But they do different jobs. She said that book was expensive. I think that idea is interesting. So replace the first that. Reported speech. That plus what was said. So she said that, then what was said. The second that was this. I think this book is interesting. Well, it's not now, it's there. I think that book was interesting. So that followed by what was said, this turns into that for reported speech. Very confusing. I have a whole video on it. Go and watch it. I'll put it in the comments down below. Overusing that. Now, this might be a little bit contradictory to the last one, that, but bear with me. Overuse. People use that too often. I think that English, that grammar, that is hard. I think English grammar is hard. She said that she was busy. So in spoken English, that is often optional, especially in reported speech. She said that she was busy. She said she was busy. Native speakers often miss out the first that, in reported speech. I don't, but many people do. And I see why it can confuse many people. Okay guys, how are we getting on with all of these mistakes today? Were you nodding your head and go, yeah, I hear that all the time? Yes, I do that all the time. Well, if that's the case, in the comments down below or in the description, I will put a list to many full videos covering many of the points in this video so you can expand on that information further. This is just a short video pointing out what some of the mistakes are and the correction. So, halfway through this video, let me know what you think. Comment, like, share, comment, like, subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Question word order in statements. This happens all the time. People think they're asking a question when they're not. They're making a statement. Errors. I don't know. Where should I go? Can you tell me? What does this mean? The correct structure is a statement, which is a subject followed by a verb. So correct examples. I don't know where I should go. Can you tell me what this means? If you can end the sentence with a full stop, don't use question word order. Extra words after it takes. This happens all the time. Common errors. It takes time, 1 hour. It takes time, about 30 minutes. So the correct pattern, it takes plus the time expression. So the correct examples, it takes 1 hour. It takes about 30 minutes. It takes me 2.5 hours to finish. Now, why this causes confusion, especially with native Thai learners, is because they say time 1 hour, color black, whereas we don't add these extra words in. So sometimes you need extra words in your own language. Most of the time in English, you do not need the extra words. Conditional clauses, wrong tense. If I will see him, I tell him. If I am rich, I would travel. That's not right. Correct. If I see him, I will tell him. If I were rich, I would travel. Past tense here shows unreality, not past time. Again, I've just done a whole video on conditional clauses. Click in the link in the comments down below. Idioms taken literally. Raining cats and dogs. Kicked the bucket yesterday. There aren't dogs and cats falling from the sky. It's an idiom. It means heavy rain. I didn't kick a bucket yesterday. I don't have anything against buckets. It means that someone died. So idioms have hidden meanings. They're not literal. It's not exactly what was said. And again, I've done several idioms videos. Link, correct that time, link down in the comments below. Pronunciation mistakes. The first mistake I want to give you is how to say this. It comes from the verb to pronounce, but it is pronunciation. So the word stress is very different. Pronounce, pronunciation. Like photographer, photographer.
Photograph.
We stress the pho. Photographer, we stress the tog. It's also not determined, even though it has mine at the end. It comes from the verb to determine. So it is determined with a D, ED, N sound. And remember, final sounds. I went yesterday. I went yesterday. Asian learners, end sounds, please. S, ED, or strong consonants. Okay, guys, final wrap up. These mistakes are high frequency, which means everyone makes them all of the time. Fixing just a few of these will make your English sound clearer, more natural, more confident, and more importantly, much more fluent. So if you make any of these mistakes, have heard any of them, or you learned to correct them from today's video, please give me a like, a thumbs up, subscribe, so that I can keep bringing you content like this. And if you would like me to make another video about a mistake you always make, a mistake you always hear, or any other type of English learning content, let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to watch more content, YouTube thinks that this video is suitable for you to watch next, I'll see you, yes, you specifically, there.